So my name's SIANA and I'm from the band Krave. I sing and play bass, and we got a brand new single coming out called Charade. It is such an epic one. It's a new kind of sound for Crave. It explores lots of deep topics within the music itself, and we really are like amazed with the production of this song. We think we've kind of hit a whole new level as a band. So that's my plug for that one, man.
Wow, you've got me excited. That's fantastic intro. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Chris.
My absolute pleasure. So, as you mentioned, Crave are premiering your new single Charade through Heavy this Thursday, May 23rd at 5 p.m., which is going to be your first new music in over 18 months. So, how are you feeling about it? It's a bit of pressure.
It is. It's quite nervous getting back out there. We've been playing so many shows last year and we just have been so busy. And we're like, man, we really got to release some new music soon. And everyone's like, when's it coming? And we're like, we're writing it. It's getting there. And we need more to come this year. So, yeah, we're stoked.
Excellent. So, tell us a bit more about the song Charade from a musical point of view and what you were going for with it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what we were going for is something that I feel like resonates with a lot of people. We focused mostly kind of on a lyrically based written song. So the song itself is just covers so many topics about being a human and just living in our society. That's really, it can get really crazy. And the song explores mental health, explores like masking and really deep stuff, like to the point where people just lose themselves pretending to be someone they're not and playing a character that's just like not them. It's just really highlighting the fact that we need to look out for each other and we need to be a bit more unconditional with each other. So with that in mind, we created kind of quite an emotionally heavy song around the lyrics and the melody. So that's something a little bit different. It's very hooky, but it's slightly variant of our sort of riff catalog we have. We've got other riffy songs coming too, but it's just something kind of reminiscent to take your bow a little bit. So we're coming out strong.
Nice. You actually raised a good point there, Sienna. Like, you guys, you have never had songs with just throwaway, trashy popcorn lyrics. Like, there's always something a bit deeper with your songs. Like, how much time do you spend in the writing process and then fleshing out these ideas?
Yeah, it can be really varied. I have to tell you what, like Charade was actually written in 30 minutes. Uh, and it was, I think the reason it was written in 30 minutes was because I guess when I write lyrics, I'm already sitting in quite a deep emotion. And for me, it's just like channeling and journaling whatever I'm feeling in that moment and pushing it into lyrics, into symbology and metaphors. And sometimes it comes out straight away and I get shocked. I'm like, wow, just wrote a song then and that didn't take like any time at all. And then there's other times where I'll flesh out something for like a day and I'll leave it for a week, come back and look at the lyrics and be like, meh, I might change some things. But yeah, Charade was just one of those ones that just came out and I was like, that sounds good. I feel good with that. Yeah.
Bloody show off. And the music video is pretty epic as well. Like, it starts off with you having a big cheesy grin on your face and being fussed over, but it gets pretty dark really quick. So, what's
Yeah.
actually going on in the film clip?
What's going on in the film clip?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's resemblance of a character at the start being just faking and masking and trying to be perfect in everything they do. There's so many needs around, and they just get to that point. We might have all been to that point once, because we're humans. We get so burnt out sometimes if we don't put out boundaries. And this really, really symbolizes, especially at the start, the boundary crossing and just like that consistent lying to yourself and lying to the people around you that you're doing fine and that yeah I can handle this and I can take on this and this and this, and it just gets too much. And basically the music video, it just like warps into this really dark element, like this great juxtaposition from this masking happy perfect person on the outside and then their internal world absolutely crumbling around them. And then the reality is that internal world starts to come visible on the external, out towards everyone that they know, and they start falling apart. And it just basically shows that we can't hold up a mask forever, because we could get really toxic. And it just, it was amazing to be in the video and direct that video, and to have such a great team around to make that vision come to life. It was definitely one of the best videos I think we've done so far. And like, we DIY things still. We'd love to one day work with, like, you know, continue to enhance our performances and connect more with the creative team. But we're really happy with what we've done, you know, just the three of us and a couple. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now, you sort of touched on this before, but I want you to elaborate a bit for us. Like, the
Sure.
press release says that the band has elevated their sound to a whole new level on Charade. Like, you mentioned it briefly before, but in what ways?
Yeah, so I feel like specifically with this song, we've really digged into a lot of producing and production side that we haven't done before with previous songs. So we've really figured out like nuanced atmosphere and putting in a lot more emotions with different instruments. So we've got like things such as like very quiet sort of like synths, strings, and a little bit of ambience. And man, it fills out the song so much. It gives it this beautiful depth that I feel like we haven't captured in our other songs. Like, we could have, but we were just, you know, starting out and we were very new to this music game. So I think that's what's kind of enhanced up a lot. And the vocals are really, like, you know, pretty good, I'd say. Like,
Of
we're
course.
very happy with the range of it. And we've introduced a 7-string guitar as well
Oh,
in our sound. So it's getting heavier
yeah.
a little bit.
A little bit. That's a
But,
little bit's
yeah.
enough. So, as we said before, like, it's been
Yeah.
18 months since your last song came out. So what's changed with Crave as a band in that time from the last single to this one?
Yeah, I feel like the past 18 months, we've been, I guess, really refining who we are as people and actually what we would like to do with our art. We've had time to reflect on how we want to present ourselves out to our fan base, and actually like who we really want to capture with our music. I feel like we just put it out there because we're like, anyone can listen to this. And you know, we still feel similar, but yeah, through this 18 months playing to different audiences and really figuring out from other bands we've played with, like the big supports we've done, what we want and who we are as a band a lot more. We've realized we can absolutely, I guess, brand ourselves a lot more towards, I guess, a bit more of the depth of our music. And I think we're sort of changing. We're still like resemblant of, like, I guess, some of the music that was produced, you know, quite a few years ago, but we're trying to sort of modernize our image a bit more and present a bit more to like a younger audience as well as an older audience. So I think a lot of that's changed, and we've really defined into, you know, mental health based kind of music, and music for anyone that's struggling or can relate to a lot of the lyrics and the emotional heaviness of our catalog now these days. So I feel like that's what's happened. It just took us a while to figure out what we really wanted, and we appreciate being unique in the sense that every song doesn't sound exactly the same, but I think we've definitely found where we sit now a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah, damn straight. Now, the big question is Charade a standalone single, or is it part of a bigger album or EP picture?
Yeah, it's actually a part of something a bit bigger.
Yeah.
We haven't enough tracks for a new EP. It's pretty exciting. It's definitely going to launch us back out into the industry a lot more, and I think hopefully we're hoping that we'll wow the audience a bit more with the quality we have. And hopefully from this EP, we'd really like to push into releasing like albums quite soon after that. Like, we're already in the process of writing new music for even like a different catalog. So yeah, we're definitely pushing ourselves a lot more, man.
Very good. We spoke about charade being a little bit heavier and like a bit of a step up for you guys in terms of music. So is it the other stuff you're writing, is it further in that direction or is it a bit different again still?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like then we're kind of gradually getting heavier, but almost sort of a bit more like commercially heavier.
Mhm.
We're modernizing a little bit with our sound, and like I've also learned how to do a lot more screaming, so that's coming into the picture a bit more,
Ah,
which I think a lot of people have shared they're excited about. But also, yeah, capturing really just earworm songs, finding like some melodic earworm and putting that into our music heaps more is something that we're offering out, and that's something I think people can look forward to. So we can sit a bit more like in the front of people's minds, and that's really where we want to be. So
very,
yeah.
very cool. Now you mentioned you touring before, like you guys have done a lot of touring of late. So have you actually like noticed it making a difference? Like, can you see that the swell for the band is getting bigger the more you sort of get out there and do stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Like we've had a massive audience increase to come watch our live show, and we've had so much practice at figuring out what we want to give people, and also having the opportunity to have played quite a lot of shows, which is quite old school of us. You know, we love playing to people and connecting on a live basis. And from that, people have shared what they really enjoy about us. And we've gotten so much feedback, and we've been like, right, yeah, cool. So we've refined our engagement and how we entice people into our community, and also entice people into listening to our music and really feeling it. And it's made such a big difference. Like we've just learned how to move on stage. We're very cohesive now. I've learned how to engage singing while playing bass and trying to draw people into the audience. There's been a lot more commanding going on. And yeah, our audience growth is just people have, yeah, we've seen a lot of people come. Like I think we've tripled in size with the audiences that now come and see us.
Oh, that's great.
And especially after playing the two big supports, we played Avatar and Suicidal Tendencies last year. And that's just like, that's been a really big thing for us. And we've had a lot of people return to see us after playing the shows with them. So yeah, we're very grateful.
Oh, and on the subject of live shows, what have you got coming up? You've got to have something coming up.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. It's been killing us not playing for a little while. We're like, so we're kind of trying to, I guess, our thing is being a little bit more scarce and just, you know, and building up as much anticipation as possible for our relaunching of music and kind of coming back with quite a big bang. And we've got a show coming up June 1st at Lismore. It's really exciting. This is where our drummer grew up, and it's
Okay.
really cool. Played. It's interesting. We've played a couple of regional shows where, and we always can't say no to the ones where the towns are places we've grown up. So we've played in Gympie, and that's where Ryan's grown up, our guitarist, and we've played shows in Sydney in the Southern Highlands, and that's where I grew up. And so we've now had the opportunity to play, like, oh, can Krave play Lismore? And we're like, yes. It's kind of cool. And it's like, this is where Lockie grew up. This is where he's from. This is where he's grown his music journey. So that's exciting. And then June 8th, we have a Sunshine Coast show at the Precinct. That's in Nambour, and that's going to be really fun. We've got Acid Cherry joining us.
Oh,
They're such a sick female fronted, like all girl band that just, oh, they absolutely slay. And we've got quite a few other bands playing, like Ancient Remains, as well as joining the show. And then June 20th, we've got a really special show we've joined in Brisbane. And I'll try and, I guess, leave people up to guessing it because we're not announced as the support yet, but we've been confirmed, and that's going to be so cool. It's also with a big band, so we're really excited to share when that's announced who we're
oh,
playing with. Yeah,
congratulations.
yeah. Thank you so much.
No worries. All right, Sienna. Well, once, as usual, been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. The single charade is out 5 p.m. on May the 23rd, and she's another cracker from you guys, mate. You just keep on raising the bar every time. So congratulations.